All right, the movie The Farewell is getting praise for its touching portrait of a family. It tells the story of family members coping with the news their grandmother has terminal cancer. They decide not to tell her and to stage a wedding in China as an excuse to visit and say goodbye. Comedian and rapper Awkwafina plays Billi, her granddaughter who struggles with keeping the secret.
I need to call her.
You can't do that.
I need to go see her.
You can't do that. She doesn't know. The family thinks it's better not to tell her, so you can't say anything.
I don't understand. She doesn't have a lot of time left. She should know, right?
There's nothing they can do. So everyone decided it's better not to tell her.
Why is that better?
Chinese people have saying, when people get cancer, they die.
It's not the cancer that kills them. It's the fear.
The movie was the breakout hit of the Sundance Film Festival this year, earning the film's writer-director Lulu Wang the festival's Vanguard Award. The Farewell is based on her own life story. Lulu joins us at the table. Good morning, welcome, congratulations.
Good morning. Thank you.
I saw this in an absolutely packed theater. I have to admit, even here in New York, I was kind of stunned that an audience sat still for a film that was primarily subtitled. They reacted and laughed at everything. It's amazing how people are responding to this.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty surreal.
Yeah, this started because of something that actually happened to you.
Yes, yeah, so an actual lie that happened in my family. My mother called me to tell me that my grandmother was diagnosed with terminal cancer and that we weren't going to tell her. And if we wanted to go back to see her, it was under the ruse of a wedding for my cousin.
Mm-hmm. She is, I'm not going to give away the ending of this story, but your grandmother is still living and she still doesn't know. That's got to be a tough secret to keep with the movie coming out.
Yeah.
Well, one of the themes that I found really fascinating in the film is the idea of the collective good. Mm-hmm. And that's something that you sort of drive home. Awkwafina, sort of, I guess, standing in for you, raised in America, sort of has a sensibility of the way we operate here in the United States, which we don't ever imagine that we would keep something like that from somebody. But at one point, a character says, look, we are mourning for that person who is afflicted with a horrible terminal illness. We take that on. We take on that pain. And in the United States, it's all about the individual, and it's not like that in China.
Yeah. So the film, plays with this the theme of collectivism versus individuality, and I think that Awkwafina's character Billi, as an American, she very much believes in truth and freedom as the most important values, and her Chinese family says, well, are those really good values if it doesn't really serve the person that you're telling the truth to, if it doesn't serve the family? And it's also the sense of duty that if she tells the grandmother the truth, she's not the person who's going to be around to deal with the results of that truth being told. So if the grandmother gets depressed and just stops eating and stops sleeping, she's not the person who actually has to deal with those consequences. The sister is the one who does. And she says, I know my sister the best, and this is what I believe is best for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love the relationship between the two sisters.
Yes, they're both terrific.
They're really terrific. Americans got to know Awkwafina from her portrayal of the best friend in Crazy Rich Asians. Why did you cast Awkwafina as Billi? Here she's a comedian, she's terrific. She's taking a really dark role here.
Yeah, well, when I first met with her, I was pretty surprised that she wanted to do this. I thought, you're a rapper from Queens. Why did this resonate with you? And she said she was raised by her Chinese grandmother because her mother passed away when she was 4. And, just really connected with the story, with the relationship between Billi and her grandmother, and said, I got to do this. And she sent an audition tape in. And when I saw the audition tape, I was blown away. I just didn't know that she had that in her.
She does. She's really terrific. I'm curious, when you brought the idea of this film to sort of Hollywood financiers, how they reacted to it.
Oh, they were like, take all the money. A film about your Chinese grandmother, subtitled, all Asian cast. where's my checkbook? No, that's not really how it went.
They were interested at least, yes?
They were interested in the premise. You know, they felt like, oh, this ruse, this facade, it's kind of screwball. Let's take that and let's run with it. Let's go more screwball. Let's go broader. Let's make this my big fat Chinese wedding.
But let's put a white character in. They wanted a white character in?
That was actually a Chinese investor. He said, you know, if we're going to bring this film to Chinese audiences, the thing that's going to be entertaining for them to watch is somebody who's American. I said, well, Billy's American. He said, no, like a real American.
A real American.
Right, exactly. Like a white guy that she brings home, doesn't understand the culture, and I'll laugh at the fact that he can't use chopsticks. It's like, that's not the story.
I'm so glad you were able to
hold
on to your vision for this film, because it's a beautiful film and it's a wonderful film for people who are trying to understand the way others around the world may think of tradition and duty, and it's just a really...
It's a universal film, too, because I think everybody can see their own family in it in a way, and that's why the response has been so good.
Lulu Wang, thank you very much.
Thank
Continued
you.
success with the film. We appreciate your visit here. The Farewell is in theaters nationwide now.